In this video, we'll see how to create a mansard roof by creating an additional roof with the Roof by Footprint tool. We'll see how to edit slope properties of the roof to create the mansard. And we'll see how to apply the cutoff level parameter to control the height of the mansard roof. I have the exercise file mansard roof open. And here we can see a single story building that has quite a large roof space. And we'd like to utilize the roof space to maximize the floor area, and that will mean making the slope of the roof much steeper. So to prevent it from becoming too tall, we'll create a second roof to form a mansard roof. So first, from the project browser, we'll open up the north elevation view. Now zooming in, we can see the slope of the roof here, and we'll make this a bit steeper so we can have more headroom closer to the edge. So I'll select the roof. And now looking at the properties palette, we have the dimensions panel here. And in the slope parameter, it's currently set to 9 in 12. So we'll change this to be 18 in 12. And then once we apply this, we can see that we have a much steeper roof, and this will give us a lot more usable floor space at the edge here. But obviously it's very tall, as that pitch now extends up to the top of the roof at a steep angle. So panning across a little, we can see we have level 3 here. And this is where we'd like the top of the roof to finish. So whilst it's still selected, we'll go back to the properties palette, and in the constraints panel we can see we have a parameter for cutoff level, which is currently set to none. So we'll click on the list here, and then we can choose level 3 to be the cutoff level. And straight away we can see now that that roof cuts down to level 3. And if I swap back to the 3D view, we can see now that obviously we have a large hole in the top of the roof. And this is what we will infill with the mansard part of the roof. So to do this, we'll open up the floor plan view level 3. And now looking at the roof here, we can see the area that we need to infill with a new roof. So we'll go to the architecture ribbon tab, and from the build panel, we'll choose the Roof by Footprint tool. Now looking at the type selector at the top of the properties palette, we can see it's the generic 12-inch roof. So we'll select this, and from the list of available roofs here, we'll choose the wood rafter 9-inch slate tiles roof. And now from the Create Roof Footprint ribbon, we'll change the draw tool from Pick Walls to Pick Lines. And on the options bar, we'll check the Lock option. And now we can simply pick on the edges of the roof here, and as we go around, we can see the padlock is actually closed, which is creating a constraint between the existing roof edges and the sketch lines within our current mansard roof. So having got all 4 created, we'll click Finish Edit Mode to now create that roof. And we'll swap back to the 3D view, and we can see now that we have that roof infilling that gap there. Although it is slightly too steep still, so with it selected, we'll go to the Dimensions panel in the Properties palette, and we'll change the slope parameter to be 3 in 12. And once that's applied now, we can see that's a lot lower and a lot better looking for our mansard roof. Zooming in a little to the corner, we can see that the top of the roofs don't quite meet. This is due to the level parameter being to the underside of the roof. We'll fix this by moving the mansard roof up. So from the project browser, we'll open up the section folder here and then go to View Section 1. Now zooming in, we can see where the roofs meet, and it's the underside of the roof meeting at level 3. So we'll simply select the mansard roof here, and then from the Modify ribbon tab, we'll click on the Move tool, and then we can just snap to the top of the mansard roof and then to the top of the original roof to get them both aligned. So now we'll go back to the 3D view, and we can see the roofs are aligned, and that's our mansard roof. However, it still looks to be a little bit too tall. So as we have the levels visible in the 3D view, let's select the top level, level 3. And then from the temporary dimension here, we'll click and change this from 12 feet to 8 feet. And then we can see that that mansard roof moves down in line with the level, and that the edges of the mansard roof still align with the existing roof. So we have that lock constraint between the two of them. And that now finishes the mansard roof.